What is up, legends? We are back. Another week, another hype watch. By the time you see this video, it'll be probably New Year's Eve, I believe. New Year's Eve is Sunday. Let's see. As you guys know, always just New Year's Eve is Sunday. So what we do in hype watch pretty much is I talk about hype games that are coming, stuff that I would like you guys to check out if it's out. And my hope and wish in hype watch is that I find you one game that you can look forward to or play, and hopefully it'll be something that you really like. So getting right into it, obviously you see right here we have Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown. This game is going to be lit. Just is it's going to be amazing. Side scroll Metroidvania type of game, platformer, as you guys can see right now. Is just going to be really good. I want you guys to look out for it. I want you to, if you're going to pre-order, pre-order. Like, it's an Ubisoft game. Historically, Ubisoft does a really good, shockingly, I'm about to say something, shockingly, they do really good with platformers. Like, really good. Far Cry, all that stuff, that I leave that to y'all because I'm not a major fan, but this one is going to be pretty lit. Next up, we have Vampire the Masquerade. I remember the first one, bruh. It was actually kind of good. So hopefully this one is going to be, let's add that to the wish list real quick. I didn't click that yet. Hopefully this one's going to be up your alley. Hopefully it's going to be lit. It reminds me of like Cyberpunk with vampires, which would be amazing, by the way. So, here we are. Next up, we have Helldivers. I had played Helldivers 1 on the channel, and it was amazeballs. This one is actually, as you see, coming out February 8th. Is going to be co-op. Helldivers, the original, was co-op, but this one is more aligned, looking more like Destiny with co-op. Helldivers is just a really good game, so I'm looking forward to this one. I'm on queue. Hopefully I'll get a key and I'll be able to review it just like I reviewed the first one for you guys. So we'll see how that goes and how it's gonna roll. I have to actually talk to Magamo about this because I think me and him played this before, so see if we can start getting some more co-op content creator stuff going on the channel, maybe on Twitch and stuff like that. Hopefully this will be a game to actually bring that in. Next up is Boxhead Zombies Must Die. It's exactly how it sounds. It's one of those ARPGs that you just run around, and that does have co-op in it and gear and everything else. I felt it'd be kind of cool to throw it up on the channel. It's already out right now, so if you want to try it, go ahead. I didn't actually do a review on it, but Next up is I believe this is, what's it? Yeah, this is Paradox, isn't it? Yeah. So this one is kind of weird because there's a lot of people who like Maple Story, and then I know the minute I say Maple Story, like half the people already X this out. So, but there's still a large contingent of people who play stuff like this, and this is just, for me, it's like I don't want to say better, but an alternate form of like Maple Story, kind of cool. And it's crazy. I was looking for a new keyboard, and now keyboards is like everywhere. Now it's like just keyboards, mind you. Now I'm looking at internet is weird. So I'm gonna say. So next up is some crazy stuff. I'm gonna run off 5 games in a row before we get to the topic of this video, which is gonna be pretty in depth. I want you guys to understand something major that's going on in the industry right now. And how I kind of like prep you guys a little bit in advance for stuff like that, and hopefully you can understand. Now, the first one up is Joy Gunner. Joy Gunner is going to be a pretty cool game. It's going to be retro side-based, waifu-based. It is a kind of survival, kind of bullet hell type of game. I did get a chance to check this out a little bit early. It's going to be cool. So, there's definitely going to be something for you to check out if you're into those types of games. Just, keep an eye on for it. Pre-register if you wish. Next up is Driftopia. Driftopia has been on TapTap forever. It is up right now in test form. So if you want to mess around with that, this is like kind of like survival ARPG action game. So up to you if you want to mess around with it. Might be a little bit lit if they can keep the lag under control. Next up is Black Moon. We have covered Black Moon on the channel before. This is the CBT2 version right now. It's going to be out January 11th to the 15th. So if you want to hop in, you literally just have to click the button and it asks you, do you want to jump into the server, and then you're just in. It's just that easy, yo. So if you want to play, get in there, because it's probably gonna start to fill up. Hopefully, like by the time you see this video, it's gonna be Sunday, so hopefully it'll still be spots by Sunday. And you get in, like the minute you see this, just stop the video, just pause or something like that, and go hop in, whether it be if you're going iOS or Android. Next up is Kung Fu Survivor. I like me a good roguelike survival type of game. That's really all this is. Nothing else to really say about it. You just hop in, you get cool characters to come through. Hopefully you can live through a wave and do your thing. This one actually has been out for a little while as far as testing, but I didn't actually speak on it. I will now though, because it's actually pretty cool. One of the things I always wanted to do in Cookie Run Kingdom is I wanted to control those cookies. Like some of them are really cool. So this one is called Tower of Adventures, and you're gonna get to do exactly that. Casual co-op action game. I don't know why it's casual, because it was kind of never mind. You're just gonna have to run in. Pretty much like Guardian Tales. If you remember that game, is like Guardian Tales with the cookies. It's like hopefully they put like all of those legendary cookies in and stuff like that. You can just run around with them, because I like the characters more than the game, which is not very often, even though it's just cookies. I just thought the designs for those characters is pretty cool, and I like collecting them. And I just didn't play the game that much. I just wanted to collect the characters, but you need to play the game to collect the characters, so you have currency, and that's my problem with that, because I just didn't really want to play the game. It was like a lot city builder and kind of like micromanagement. I was like, I'm over this. I ain't got time for this. But hopefully this will be a little bit more towards the action side, so I could play with the characters, and we'll see. Next up is a blast from the past before we get to the topic of the video, which is very important. Granada Espada. Dog. Let me tell you, if you are OG, you know what Granada Espada is. This game is legendary, and it's actually coming back, yo. Like when I saw this, I was like, my ninja, what? Like what? Granada Espada is back? Like what? Just go over it. The hand bit soft. Just go over it. Like you ain't need to wait. It ain't what people gonna play. Everybody who's a G who started out like this, all of us who was there in the beginning of all of this, or knows exactly what this game is and how lit it was and how much fun it was. All you have to do is put that game on a mobile platform and then give it like a PC. Like you good. You're good. Who is texting me? You good. Anyway, last but not least, as you guys can see right here, China is in damage control after its crackdown on video games sparked an $80 billion market meltdown. Now, granted, that's just in 3 companies, right? It's probably way bigger than that as far as the meltdown. That's what they're saying, because it's already known that it's a major problem, but that's just what they're saying right now. I'm pretty sure that that's probably double the number of what it is, because they only mentioned 3 of the top companies, like Tencent, NetEase, and Bilibili. All companies I work with. Thanks, China. They just announced those companies that like there ain't like 100 other ones there. So I'm pretty sure that they're like maybe 40 to 50% of the market with those 3 companies. But what about the other 50% of the market that probably got next to? So like I'm pretty sure that 80 billion might be 150, if we being real. Like 140, like being nice about it. 50, 60 is like, oh no, that's 160 billion is a lot of money to mess up China. That's already like, I don't understand China at the end of the day. Like whoever's running them, I'm like, they're probably gonna, because whenever I say stuff like that, they get thrown on the Chinese forums, and then I piss somebody off all the time. Like they always mad at me on a Chinese forum. So me saying this right now is going to piss somebody off. So I just don't understand why y'all just messing your money up. All y'all got to do is just be quiet and let money happen. But you just don't do that. like that's all China has to do. Just don't be so strict. don't annoy everybody, and you just make money. That's all China has to do. But nah, China got to be like, we got to go back 200 years ago and just start putting everybody in chains and just lose all your money. I like, whose idea is like did somebody like time travel from the Ying dynasty and just decide to they just wanted to wake up with violence and mess everybody up? I just don't understand the market when I just don't understand who's running China and why they insist on ruining their own country. I'm sorry. So here's why I'm saying that. What they wanted to actually do is they wanted to put shit in, and see, this is the thing, is that it's a good idea done badly. What they wanted to do is they wanted to put a rein in on the way that Gacha works in China. And remember how I always talk to you guys about the rules that's over here, and Google Play has the rules and everything else like this. China really didn't have that until 2 or 3 years ago. But when they got it 2 or 3 years ago, they just went ham. They said, all right, we don't no titties, no breasts. You can't do all that. Cover them up, put some clothes on. If the breast is out, we're gonna color over it. You see what they did to One Piece? Like Boa and Robin and Nami, they nerfed the life out of them and said all right, put some clothes on them. There's way too much breast and titty out here. None of that. They hips butt is too big. Nobody in China's butt that big, so nerf that too. That is literally what they said. I'm not kidding. It is a rule. Y'all think when I say that, you probably think I'm kidding. That is literally that's too curvy. Who in China is this curvy? When they literally got women in China that curvy. They got models that curvy, but the government's like, no, you don't. No, we don't. Y'all, you didn't see that. That didn't happen. It is so. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So all of those rules went through. So a lot of games, as you guys know, they make characters like that. So what that ended up doing is that canceled a massive amount of games, basically. And on top of that, it caused mad investor volatility. And everybody who invested money in China for those games, because companies, what they did is they just stopped making games and started investing into Chinese games because they were making money. And then the Chinese games would come over to global eventually because of the investors. That's what happened. However, because they did all this, if you go down here to the bottom, foreign investors have snatched back nearly 90% of the money they put in Chinese stocks this year. Do you know how much money that is? That's probably $1 trillion. That's probably $1 trillion. And I'm not trillion with a T, dog, with a big T. So you understand what I'm saying right now about I don't understand, and then I think that's the prime minister right there. He must not like fun. Something happened to him. He must have tried to go into a raid and the gear didn't drop, and he's just been mad at video games ever since, because he is literally trying to ruin the world. I don't get it. It's one thing if they was just trying to mess up China, then fine. We don't have any say over that. Do what you want in China. But the stuff that they're doing is actually messing everybody up. Everybody, because their games come here, and the Western side of the world stopped making games like that and started putting money over into the East, and then the East did that. Not Japan. Japan is just looking at them like they wilding and just making money now. But China just said, all right, so we got this trillion. We don't want this trillion no more, because we don't want that. These girls too sexy. These boys look like girls. Let's nerf all of that. So if there was 1,000 games coming out, maybe 100 came out at 1,000, because companies would have to actually go and now fix all of those characters. Now you see that the kind of thing is happening in Dislight. It's happening. Dislight was the biggest one that I've seen, where they just had to nerf everything basically and fix it. It happened in Star Rail and everything else like that. And see, the problem with all this is that when it comes over here and then people start wilding and it's like, but my censorship and everything else like that, And there ain't a thing that we can do about that. You could cry my censorship all you want. $1 billion China said no more titties and butt out here. There ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. You can cry, you can go on the forums, you can go to Reddit, you can go to Twitter, you can go whatever dark web that you want to do. When the $1 billion country says they ain't doing it no more, you will have to suck it and deal with it. That's it. Y'all could do whatever you want. At the end of the day, when it comes to that's it. That's why when I see people complaining, I'm not playing the game that got censorship, you must not gonna play anything then. Because that's about to be the wave. You just gonna go and play checkers or chess or something like that, because all the wilding that's been happening, say like with DK is gonna catch it eventually too. Well, they already been catching it. All that stuff's over. I'm telling you that all y'all used to the booty, that's over. That's done. Now that China's done that, the United States is like oh, China is like, because the United States are haters, so they got to copy and be number one in everything. So now that China's doing that, they turned and looked at iOS and Google like, oh, so China over there saying that you can't have a bunch of booty and titty out here, so what y'all gonna do? So they was already kind of doing it. So now next year, Android and iOS is going to be like, nah, you can't put this on the platform if we don't see some code on them characters. They better be classy, no assy. And so buckle up, all you pervs out there, buckle up, because you must be going to go to like, what's that? What's called Aero Labs, whatever it is. You better go there, because it's not going to be on global. Y'all gonna be mad in Twitter and Reddit again, because that's exactly what's about to happen. So here's the thing. The public said hell nah, and that's what caused the market to crash. Now I'm saying that's what caused everybody was like, well, what y'all nerfing booty? Nah, not even 90% of the money. That's all this is about. If you guys understand this, because they're nerfing artistic expression and making it harder to make those games, Western market was like, all right, peace. Now, what's gonna happen? This is all funny, by the way. It's funny to me, because what ended up happening now is that China is like, oh well, damn, they like booty. Like, what happened? Like, I thought everybody was supposed to be sensible out here. This is the crazy thing about all this, is that they're actually doing something good, because they're just trying to clean it up so it's not so degenerate, which is a good thing. And you can't even argue with that, because they don't want like this kind of depiction being peddled to children. That is a good thing. Like, that is what is supposed to be happening. That is what should have already been. Like, we shouldn't have been at this point to need to clean it up. That billions and trillions of dollars, and that shows how depraved the world is, that the world is actually rejecting them cleaning it up. That's crazy. That is crazy. That that much money is like that. That's literally like, nah, y'all can't just be nerfing Boa Hancock like that. No. $1 trillion, we taking our $1 trillion back. We want to see Boa. like that's it. I'm simplifying it for you guys and memeing it, but that's actually what's happening right now. They just want to clean it up. They want to make it so that it's not predatory. They want to put rules on you can't have a 200 damn limit pity. Like China, like, hell, you better put 60 on that and go about your business. That's literally a rule too. Like, you can't do that. That's gambling. That, like, all of that is good, and that's what's being rejected. The pity rule, that hurts my head. That's one of the things that the public's like, no, let them have. Like, excuse me. Like, I don't know if that's a company doing that, like, that just wants to get away with doing stuff like that. Dislike that wants to get away with doing stuff like that, but China, like, you can't have no damn 200 pity. Like, it costs like a freaking house payment to get one character, Absolutely not. Like, that's one of the things that they have going on that they're trying to fix. In the whole industry right now, they don't want that. They're like, no, like, can we clean this up? Like, can this not be so predatory? Can we not have Chinese kids trying to swipe and get Genshin characters and using up all their parents' money? Can that not happen? Which that's very understandable. But you see the fallout from them doing all that. And then investors are getting scared because they're like, oh damn, they're trying to nerf all. Investors really? Like, really? This makes me happy that there's at least some people who says it's too predatory, but it makes me sad that the public in general wants that. Like, you see, like investors dipped because of what they're trying to do, and I get artistic freedom. I get that you want to do what you want to do, but it shouldn't come at the cost of morals. It shouldn't come at the cost of putting, like, basically almost soft porn in the front of children. And you can't say, oh, the parents should control the children, because the parents can't see everything. The parents shouldn't have to control their children from something that shouldn't be in the children's face in the first place. Now, like, you literally got to be doing G.I. Joe dive and rolls to try to take your kid phone because Genshin ads pop up with boobs bouncing all in it. And that is considered, like, of the age where children are supposed to be able to see it. But it's obvious that those characters are sexy. It's obvious that Nikkei shouldn't be showed in front of the characters. It's obvious stuff like Eversoul should not be shown in front of children. It's obvious stuff like this should not be shown in front. Look at this. Like, well, I'm supposed to tell a child that, like, pops up, look at this character, she's cool, she got stuff flinging around, everything like this. All of her stomach is out, them breasts is waving in HD, boy. Them hips is hipping in HD, boy. 4K. What you, like, it's like nothing you could do. So I understand why, like, they're trying to crack down on that and trying to make it so that more stricter rules and stuff like that, which funnels over to what we have to do, which funnels over to what Western companies are going to do, because they're a major part of the market. Why would you do something else outside of what the market is actually doing? And if they're the major part of the market, that means West is going to do it too. So mark my words, guys. Mark my words. The same way, like I said, like, you know, with the market crash and everything else, you see games going bye-bye left and right. I kid you not, 100 games got canceled this week because it's the end of the fiscal quarter. 100 games got canceled. Android games. Not counting PC or anything else. I'm talking about Android games, 100. In this 1 week alone. Like, that's crazy. It's 7% of the active gross on the top 200 is gone. Just done. That's it. They're out. Some games hanging on in the red. I don't know how they doing it. Like Last Claudia. I don't know how Last Claudia is surviving. And I don't know what they... So they must have the magic whale who just is just paying that whole company salary or something. I don't know. Maybe they got... who knows? Anyway, so that was what I wanted to actually reach out and talk about so you guys can understand all this. All of this right here is major. It's all major, and it's a problem. It's a problem because we already were going through a mobile crash to begin with, and then this happened. So this is now for Gacha a recession. That's actually what this is. Like, it was already a crash, but this right here is this just makes it a recession actually for Android, iOS. Like, so like I said, the 100 games, it's going to get worse because the games just won't be able to come out, which means companies who live and breathe off of those games the same way like the idle games and everything else, they're all going to shut down. So it's going to be even worse in 2024 than it is in 2023 as far as Gacha. right? So we're not gonna have a lot of games. Like, it's gonna be really, really dead. So people who count like gacha creators, like I already started being variety. I was like, when I saw how 2023 was going, I was like, all right, whatever. I was a content creator to begin with, and could do multiple things. And I said, there ain't no way I'm gonna rely on anything Android or gacha. No way. And it's gonna be worse in 2024 because of this. So buckle up. I hope you like a different genre, because it's not gonna be it for gacha. And it's not going to get any better anytime soon. Sadly, it's just not going to get any better anytime soon, unfortunately. Probably like 3 or 4 years. Like, it could have started to recover next year, but not with this going on right now. This is just going to decimate it, basically. It might actually literally be over the same way MMO crashed and died for like 5 years, and then like it's still never recovered. And this might be the kill shot right here. Maybe China wanted to do that. Maybe that was the whole reason they did this in the first place. Like, if you can't control it, kill it. So that is all I got for you guys. And this one, I will see you guys next video. Peace.